Good morning, everybody. Hey, this is Dr. Joseph. Bienvenidos a la mesa. Welcome to the table. It's Saturday, Veterans Day, 2023. So I'd like to say Happy Veterans Day to all of you who served, and thank you for the sacrifices you've made for our country. Today I want to talk about scams. And I'm sure scams exist in every single country, but over here there appears to be just another level of scam artist. And I talk about a situation that actually happened to me, my business, and my home here. One of the things you will notice when you come to the Dominican Republic, well, maybe not on the resorts, is that there are loads of power outages here. Literally, I recall one day being in the office experiencing about 5 power outages, and just during the 8 to 10 hour workday, 5 power outages. There was also one occasion here in my condo where it was without power for 3.5 days in July or August. It was hot. It was really hot. So hot that on the day the power came on, I'd already made up my mind. I'm going to check into a hotel. I can't sleep. It's too hot. So today I want to talk about the fact that that some criminals don't carry guns. So here's the situation. Sitting in my office one day, we going through 5 power outages. My assistant knew exactly what I was getting ready to say to her. So she can hear her footsteps coming back to the office, and she says, I know. I need to get an inverter. Yes, I said, get an inverter, please, and I need it done this week. I can't work because obviously when the power goes out, there's no internet, there's no nothing. So she did whatever she did, and she found a company that installs inverters. And I could hear her on the phone. I'm talking to the representative of the company saying, my boss is American, therefore you need to arrive on time. And if at all possible, send someone out here who speaks English. And so within the next 2 days, a representative showed up and he spoke English. And his assistant did a very good job of putting an inverter into the office space. So I'm sorry, for those of you who don't know what an inverter is, think of it as an uninterruptible power supply or backup power whenever there's a power outage. So they did such a great job, I thought, well, I may as well upgrade the inverter that I have in the condo, because every time I lose power in the condo, I can hear the fans humming. And it's really irritating, especially when it takes place in the middle of the night and it wakes me up. So I said to my assistant, okay, so let's have them put an inverter in my apartment, please. I need to upgrade the inverter in my apartment. I explained to her why, etc. And then the guy came out and gave me an estimate and told me the reason I needed a more powerful inverter. So long story short, so I said, fine, no problem. Send me a quote on letterhead and we can discuss it. And the response that she received from them was, it's the exact same thing that you had done at the office, therefore why do you need a quote? So I told them, well, I need a quote for everything to make sure that the price doesn't change, because prices here will change. And so the guy sent the letterhead, sent the quote on the letterhead, and I just happened to be paying attention to it this time. Clearly I did not pay attention the first time, but this time I paid attention to it to make sure that they were giving me everything that I wanted. Essentially what I'm doing, or what I did, was I upgraded the inverter in my place, and then I asked my assistant if she had an inverter in her apartment. She said no. Well, I had nothing else to do with the other one, so I said, here, you take it and put it in your place. So the way this worked out was I took a look at the invoice, and I thought, this is kind of interesting. They didn't take the time to capitalize the way they spelled my company name on the invoice. And something inside said, look further. And I looked further and I found more mistakes, misspelled words, and it just did not look professional. And so then when I made it to the point where I went and see how much I was being charged in taxes, I realized that the acronym that they use here for taxes was misspelled. Over here it's ITBIS, ITBIS, and I'm probably saying that wrong. But this person spelled it IETBIS. And I thought, what professional organization would misspell taxes, the acronym used for taxes, on letterhead? And then gut feeling says, look up this company on the internet. Couldn't find it on Google. Couldn't find anything on Google. And then after searching everywhere I could search, I even went to the database for companies in this country. Couldn't find it there either. So I wanted to make sure that I was doing the search properly, so I looked for my own company, and I was able to find my company on Google and in the database that's used. So then I went back to Google a few minutes later, and then Google made the recommendation, as it often does, do you mean this? With a slightly different spelling. So I clicked, and I found a real company, not the company I'm dealing with, but a real company. And what these guys had done was they actually went and found this company, stole their logo, but changed the spelling of the company name by only one letter. They literally removed one letter, and they gave themselves the business entity abbreviation of SRL, which means that it's a corporation owned by multiple people. I couldn't find these folks anywhere. And so I showed it to my assistant, and I said, this is not a real company. She said, yeah, it is. No, it's not. It's not a real company. Take a look. I found the real company. Look at that logo. Look at the logo on this letterhead, and notice one letter is missing. I seriously doubt a legitimate company would misspell their name on their own letterhead. And take a look further here. The acronym for tax is misspelled. And then look further. It's a Gmail address, not a company email address. I literally found about 5 different things wrong in the quote. And so I said, this warranty that this guy gave us, us being the company, is literally worth less than the fake letterhead it's printed on. So if my inverter in my office goes out, I don't have a warranty. It's gonna go out at some point. Electronics fail. It's gonna go out. I don't have a warranty. I will literally have to go find someone else to come fix my inverter, because the warranty this guy gave me is a piece of crap. It's worthless. So now, thank God, well, let me back up. And so another thing happened. The inverter in my apartment actually did go out. I called them up. I said, guys, there's a distinct smell in my apartment. It smells like burning electronics, or the insulation that actually burns. Come pick this up. I have a warranty, and this is more evidence as to why I don't have a warranty. And they arrived the next day to pick it up. I just happened to be flying to Florida the very, very next day. So I said, I want this repaired, and then, so you have a week to repair it, so get it back into my apartment when I come back from Florida. It wasn't in my apartment when I came back. 3 weeks later, after enduring the power outages that happen here all the time, I decided, listen, guy, you've had 3 weeks. What's going on? Well, then they gave me this story. I'm waiting for a part. The part is in Miami. I'm waiting for it to arrive here in Santo Domingo. All right. When will it be there? 2 days. Fine. 2 days. No call, no answer, no nothing. So literally, I had to engage a lawyer to get this guy's attention. It just happens I have a lawyer on staff, and that lawyer's across the hall from my office. And the instructions were very simple. Get me my money or put this guy in jail. That's the way this works. So I said all that to say that when you come over here to do business, vet everyone. Vet every company. And in my case, My assistant has done a pretty good job for the most part, but clearly this company was not vetted, and they did a very, very good job of installing one inverter. The problem is what happens when it tears up. So again, vet every company, vet every individual. As one of my Dominican American friends told me many, many times, trust no one in this country. And while I won't go that far, because I found a few people that I think I can trust, the scams are real. Not every criminal carries a gun. That's the story today, folks. So, not trying to be negative, but I'm trying to tell reality. So, as I always say, when you get tired of going alone to get alone, when you get tired of asking for a seat at the table, buy your own damn table. Dr. Joseph, see you next time, hopefully with some better news. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Buy the damn table.